Hey guys, it's M4J here, and welcome back to the Majeffries Network on OpenTTD. Let me just fiddle with the microphone there. There we go. Perfect introduction. We've got the game paused. Let me unpause the game a second. I'm currently fixing a teething problem that I've had with some off-camera stuff. Basically, today's episode, if you've checked out the episode plan, you'll know what today's about anyway. The title is also a bit of a clue. We're working with scrap metal and recyclables. Now, I am sure that recyclables, or recycling, used to get turned into scrap metal. And the reason I'm sure of this, if I come over here quickly, this is the hub of our scrap metal empire at the moment. If I go into industry chains and choose scrap metal, you can see scrap metal comes from a scrapyard and it comes from a recycling plant. And if I go onto here, recycling plant produces the following: scrap metal and manufacturing supplies. So I thought, brilliant. So I set up a little recyclable route. Let me pause the game very quickly and I'll show you what the route was. So, let's start back down here actually. Train comes out of depot into sidings here. From sidings here, it then comes through into Moningpool Falls, where it picks up some recyclables from the recycling depot, which is here. It then carries those recyclables through to the freight terminal here, drops it off. You can see it accepts recyclables. It then heads off down this way, non-stop all the way up to Sunnington, and then stops at every station on the way back, picking up more recyclables. Comes to the freight terminal, drops it off, and then comes this way all the way down to Plindham Junction, picks up loads of recyclables at every station, and then comes back to the freight terminal and drops it off. Now this says recycling plant, scrap metal, manufacturing supplies. So I set up a train that carries scrap metal from here all the way via Guard City North Freight Terminal all the way over to the steel mill. However, if I click on this, it takes in recyclables. This is a recycling plant. It's the only type of recycling plant in the game that I have anyway. It creates manufacturing supplies, corroborates nicely with this. Chemicals. Oh. This doesn't tally up. And yet if I come into it from this, see recycling plant, scrap metal, manufacturing supplies. Except it doesn't make scrap metal, it makes chemicals. So I've had a little bit of a rejig. We've actually got some chemical trains that run from here as well. And I have a scrap yard over here and a scrap yard over here, and two fleets of lorries via this road depot here that bring it down to the freight terminal. So we still have a train with scrap metal that goes via Guard City North all the way up to over here, Sindwood Industrial Park. And in fact this place also produces chemicals, so I'll have to deal with that at some point. And here's a train dropping off some scrap metal right now. Which one of these produces chemicals? It's this one, I think. Yeah, Sindwood Plastics Plant, which accepts. Oh no, this place accepts chemicals. So which one of these is it? The lime kiln, stone and coal. Must be. Yeah, must be. Although I think what's actually happening is it's all being dropped off and then picked up again, because I don't think any of these actually produce chemicals. They don't seem to, apart from the lime kiln. But we're not delivering stone, so I don't know whether you have to deliver both for it to work or not. Oh no, it does say 3 tons per 8 tons stone, 3 tons per 8 tons coal. So maybe you don't need both. So we are producing chemicals here, but I have set it up now so that the trains don't pick up chemicals here. Because we do kind of want them to run back empty. Although that being said, I don't mind if they carry chemicals in both directions. That'll get us a bit more money, come to think of it. So here it currently goes via North Avoiding. Let's not do that. Yeah, that'll get us some more money. So let's add this back in. But yeah, I'm having some teething problems with the recyclable train. It's my own fault. Nothing wrong with the game. I messed up. I'll show you how I messed up in just a second. This one is going to be no loading. And then, so that's 1,000. That's 750. Yeah, I might leave that as 750 actually. And then over here, you are 30 miles per hour, and you are 750 ticks. Autofill. Right, so the reason I messed up is I noticed that a lot of freight trains were holding up passenger trains, so I wanted to avoid that being an issue. So I set up these passing loops. There's one here that bypasses this station here, and then there's another one over here for trains going in the down direction. Have I used up and down before in this? I'm not sure if I have, come to think of it. But it's quite simple. Up is always towards the main city, so if you get a train to London, you're heading in the up direction. If you're heading out of London, you're heading in the down direction. That's how that is done. So if someone says they're going up to London, because I used to always get confused because I live north of London and people used to say they go up to London, but to me north is normally up, but nope, they're just using the correct terminology. So there is that. But the reason I messed up was of the signals here. In fact, I need to change this one still. I made it so that recycling trains couldn't go through this line, and yet they're supposed to stop at this station. So I did a mega boo-boo. So all the trains ended up bypassing the station. Now what I was a little bit confused about is how they ended up bypassing this station. That's fine. Normally they would go like to the freight terminal, turn around, come back and then stop. That would have fixed the problem, or at least it wouldn't have made the problem as bad. Yet for some reason every single recyclable train ended up over here at the freight terminal. But this is miles and miles and miles away. I don't know why the pathing decided to make it go this way. I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, the recyclables do get delivered, or should be getting delivered over here. And the reason this is important is because we've got two types of train that come from here over to Sindwood Industrial Park. We have got the chemical trains, these ones here. We've also got these ones here. Now I quite like these little cargo sprinters. I think they're quite nifty. They just weren't very good for the overground delivering mail, because there was loads more mail than these trains could carry. However, I've currently got them set up carrying 80 crates of manufacturing supplies per train, which should be more than enough. And the reason this is good is because this place accepts manufacturing supplies, Moningpool Falls Freight Terminal, because this place needs them to produce more. No, that's not true. This place needs them. Yeah, the fishing harbour needs them. And also Sindwood needs them. So it actually does a little shuttle manoeuvre between the two places via Guard City North Freight Terminal, because it's a type of good, therefore it gets transported via there. So it's kind of a benefit for everybody, because this train carries manufacturing supplies over to Sindwood, which means the manufacturing gets increased over there, and then it brings manufacturing supplies back here, which means the food output from this fishing harbour is also increased. So it's a win-win in more ways than one. Now what this means is I want to get more recyclable trains running, and then eventually I want to get more chemical trains and more manufacturing supplies. So over here at Wenfingfield we have this recycling depot. Look how many recyclables this recycling depot produces. It is unreal. So I want to create a shuttle train that literally just runs between Wenfingfield and the freight terminal. So I'm going to do that first. So if I come over here, because I believe if I go recyclables, yeah, the cargo EMUs carry recyclables, which is perfect. Let's go with black livery, black and yellow for this, just to distinguish it from the other type. I'm going to pin you. I'm also going to pin you. Right, any other stations that I could do this with? Because I think Wenfingfield will be one good place to go, but I think somewhere over here would be quite good as well. It's kind of tricky. I mean, Guard City should have loads of these recycling depots. They are quite difficult to spot sometimes. There's one there. Not many There's one there. I mean, I'm heading north out of Guard City at the moment. If I go into Guard City proper, I'm not 100% sure if there would be any around here actually. But I think what's cool about these is I think they are proportional to the size of the town that they are in as well. So if you've got really big towns, like Wenfingfield, I mean Wenfingfield's a city, but you know what I mean, you get lots of recyclables. And that one's kind of got quite a lot as well. Now I did have someone ask me in the comments quite a while ago now if I was planning on using cargo trams, and the answer is yeah, I would quite like to use some. Originally it was going to be on mail services, but actually if there is a large amount of recycling depots within these towns, which it doesn't look like there is over here, but I can build some. That's what's good about it as well. Where was the one I saw? It was down here, wasn't it? Where was it? But yeah, I can use some cargo trams to transport it over as far as the freight terminal. Although that being said, there are no tram lines that run. Oh, there should be. Thinking about it, I need to update the city here. It's one of the reasons why you can't see any buses or anything at the moment. Is because I've sent them all away. Mostly because, let's do this properly, shall we? Mostly because the whole of Guard City needs rebooting in terms of buses, because it's very, very messy right now. There was just vehicles running everywhere. Oh, there's a recyclable depot here actually. So that'll go on the to-do list. If let me think, because I don't particularly want to bulldoze huge buildings if I can help it. I think that will do. Then I can do something like, no, not that, like this. Meanwhile, this line will carry passengers as well at some point. Could do the bridge. Put one here. So one thing I've noticed, these towns, it's because I've turned off level crossings, or towns aren't allowed to build level crossings, but these towns and cities really are finding it difficult to grow because of the amount of rail lines that I've built. It's only once I've started sort of moving them out of the way, or putting bridges and etc., that they're starting to flourish. I do find that quite interesting. So you'll notice lots of these. There we go. You'll notice a lot of these kind of got little bits here and there across bridges where I've actually had to build the bridge for it to work. Tranton is a very good example of this. I think it's fair to say that growth of Tranton is stunted slightly because of the road, because of the way that I've actually built this rail line. So I've not done it any favours, to be honest. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to put a bridge in here like this. Now this line here isn't used very often. You can tell that because it's overgrown. And I would quite like some of these places to spring up a little bit more. So I'm going to build like this, and then like this, and then I'm going to build it underneath like that. And then we'll have a level crossing. And that should create growth. Meanwhile, this tram line is going to carry on this way, and it's going to shoot over here, and it's going to terminate somewhere over here. No idea where. Let's just do it there for now. Like that. Okay. Actually, let's not do it like that. Let's do it like this. Okay. So I think I might actually use lorries to carry the recyclables. But we will have cargo trams. But I think, I mean, this place here, Lump Mill, there's a lot of industry here. I think this is a perfect spot to have a recycling plant. Or what's it called? It's not a recycling plant, it's a recycling depot. That's the one. So I'm going to fund that, and we're going to stick it there. So Lump Mill Factory, I think this is called. Yeah. I'm going to rename this Lump Mill Industrial Center. Like so. So we've got a furniture factory, we've got a grain mill, we've got a recycling depot. Is there anything else I could probably cram in this spot? There's probably loads I could cram in this spot, but I don't really want to. Not if I can help it. We could also do with putting a new road depot in somewhere near here. Oh, I've also redone Guard City St. Christopher, as you can see. I've actually started compiling the map, or at least the stations list, for Reedy to work with if he's still up for making maps. So a lot of these stations, all of the overground stations, all of the metro stations, and all of the HLR stations have now been renamed. You can see this one's called Hunway HLR. Some of the more clever names are over here somewhere. This one, I think. No. Further back this way. Yeah, Peregrine Road. Whoops. The one before that is called Kestrel Grove. Yeah. So that's quite cool. Also just realised I'm probably starting this at the wrong spot. Oh, there's a recycling depot there. Not got many working. This is a good one. I have to find a way to link this one up somewhere. There's one over here as well. Now I don't think the cargo EMUs can run on third rail, which is quite irritating, because that would have been perfect to have it run through here. Well, we work with what we've got. I'll try and speak as well, that would be nice. You can see here I'm trying to build a road. I'm going to try and build an orbital road, a bit like the M25. I think I'll have it run through this gap here alongside the freight loop. Just so we can get vehicles in and out of the city easier. Because I'm thinking of doing like long distance coach journeys and stuff. Why has that only got 9,000? That's in quite a busy area. There's one here as well, 81,000. Anyway, let's unpause the game and actually let this recycling depot get built. I'm going to build a vehicle depot somewhere around this area, possibly over here, thinking about it, because it's going to be nice and out of the way. So let's build a grid. Get rid of that. Turn this into a proper grid. Go on, game. I'm starting to get a few, not crashes, but a few juttering, freezing moments. Where my PC is obviously having to stop and think about things a little bit more. But that's fine. It's a big map. It's a big map and there's lots going on. Main thing is, it's not actually running slow. That's probably the one good thing I'm taking from this, is it's not running slow. It's just a little bit jittery here and there. Let's get rid of all that as well. Because this, I know I've paused the game again, it just makes life easier when I'm building big things like this. Okay, so the vehicle depot is actually going to be in this space here. So I'm going to get rid of these three industries because we don't want them. Not here at least. And we're going to build a big bus and road vehicle depot. So let's go right the way down to the end here. No. I'm sure I clicked to have that the right way around, but there you go. Right, you're going to come up and then you're going to connect up like that. Two and three. And then we'll have another set on the top like so. There we go. Arrows, arrows, and let's start placing. Actually, I don't want arrows. Thinking about it, that's bad. Because otherwise you won't be able to get in. I'm assuming this is Barnwell West. I'll rename it in a second. There. So you are Barnwell Road Depot. And I'm sure this is as well. Yeah, Road Vehicle Garage. I think we have Joker to thank for the fact that it's called a garage and not a depot. New vehicles. Oh, recyclables. Okay. I think the Mammoth Majors or the Leylands are probably our best bet, because these are a little slow. These are good if you've got sort of like multiple places. We've got the super speedy tracks as well. I think a Mammoth is probably our best bet. Recyclables. Oops. Did not want you. Not yet. Recyclables. Right, so each one can hold 32,000 kilograms, so 32 tons, metric tons. So you're going to go there. This one's going to come over to Lut Mill Industrial Centre, and then you're going to come over to Guard City North Freight Terminal. And then you're going to go... Just noticing we've got loads of these now, so I think we're going to need another one of you. Right, anyway, you're going to go Guard City North Terminal, and then you're going to go there. So here is no loading, no unloading. This is transfer, and this is service. 40 miles an hour speed limit. Right, you are going to go here. You're going to go to this one, I think. So let me just put a road in like that. Yeah, if I get rid of these buildings here, build you up like this, you will be the stop. So you're going to go here, and then up to here, and then back to the depot. No loading, no unloading. That one's fine. Transfer. Service. 500. 40 miles an hour maximum speed. Autofill. I also got to put buffered auto. I think I said in the past I didn't really know what buffered auto was, but I've just been watching Joker's videos again. I've restarted his series in the last few days, and he explained it. Apparently, buffered auto is when a vehicle stays in the depot at all times. Which kind of makes sense, because that's to me what buffer means. A buffer is like a surplus. So in this case it will be a surplus vehicle. That makes a lot of sense. So I guess that's what buffered auto means in this case. A vehicle, if you have, let's say, 5 vehicles en route, 4 will always be out and 1 will be sort of held back as the surplus, and then they'll swap out. That's what it sounded like he was describing anyway. I could very much be wrong, but that is what it sounded like. We haven't served this place yet, have we? No, that is the one. So you go up here, you then go over here, and then you go back to base. So once again, no loading, no unloading, transfer, service, buffered auto, 500, maximum speed of 40, autofill. Okay, so this is, the first one is the longest journey because it runs from all the way over here. The second one is not as long because it runs from, was it up here? And the third one really isn't that long at all. So I think 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think that will work out fine. Right, and then I believe... Do we have a... We don't. Or do we? Oh. Yeah, okay. Scrap metal. I forgot to do scrap metal ones. So, SM. You go into that one. Add shared vehicles. Scrap metal. MF2 MFFT2. So I've got 2 lots of scrap metal vehicles taking scrap metal to Munningpool Falls Freight Terminal to get picked up. Add shared vehicles. Okie dokie. Right. So RE Guard City 1, RE Guard City 2, RE Guard City 3. 1, 2, 3. Add shared vehicles. Add shared vehicles. And the final one here. Add shared vehicles. Perfect. Just check these all carry recyclables. Yep. Yep. And yep. Send them off. So I'll send these 3 off first. And they go do their thing. And then once they've started leaving, here, I'm going to send the rest off. So they should wait here for 20 seconds and then they'll start. And then we can start getting the train running. But we are really starting to oversaturate the Great Western Main Line in terms of freight trains. Because we've got chemical trains, manufacturing supply trains, coal trains, livestock trains, milk trains, and what's the other one? I've missed one. Scrap metal, that's the one. They're all operating on this route, and at the moment they're actually relatively well spaced. But if we start running more passenger trains down here, we will start having problems. Where are we? Barnwell. Down here. So they've all left, so now I'm going to set all of these off. Because with road vehicles, it really doesn't matter how many you have running at any one time, because there's no traffic lights. For some reason, even though trains can't, road vehicles seem to be able to phase through one another. I don't get that. They should crash into each other like all the others. Right, so that's 3 lots of recyclables that we should have. How much was the one over here now generating? It's not even been built properly yet. That should be recyclables to a recycling depot. Sorry, a recycling plant. Which, according to this, scrap metal and manufacturing supply. I just don't get that either. I don't get why that suddenly changed. If anyone can tell me in the comments why that might be, without going into too much detail preferably, because I don't want that much detail, let's be honest. Right, so next on the list, trains. Let's get some trains running. Let's use this depot, because I don't think we've used this one yet. We'll get the cargo EMU. We'll fit it for recyclables. And we'll get the black and yellow livery again. Alright, pin U. Pin U. Okay. I'm going to get 2. I think these trains can run as pairs for this. So you should both be able to carry 480,000 kilograms, so 480 tons per train. That's a lot. That is a lot. Oh, that's a good point. Have any of these been fitted for recyclables? None here. I know over here we've got now timber and alcohol. I might change this one. Well, we've got scrap metal. Do you know what I might do with the scrap metal one? Or if cargo can carry recyclables. Okay, so you're going here. You're then coming over here. Now I think I want to use the Western Reaches line. Let me think. Need to go this way. And then it's usual speed through all of here. And then I guess we'll go non-stop via Slenston. Maybe we will have to work in singles for this. I think we will have to work in singles. Otherwise there's no way it'll work. Is there a waypoint there? Yes, there is. And then once you hit that waypoint, you can go mental. Do I need to stop here? There's none nearby. I don't think we do. I think at this point, we'll just go straight on to Wenfingfield. So, the fast one. And then we are going to stop at Wenfingfield, because there is a depot over here, which as I said is absolutely loaded. So I'm going to quickly get this going as well. If I select you and then refit you for recyclables, how much can you carry? 20,000. So the biggest one is this one, but it only does 12 miles an hour. Then we've got the mammoths. So hang on, that's 32 crates. That's 40. So this should be able to carry more recyclables then. We need a lot of lorries carrying recyclables here. And I mean a lot of lorries. Right. You are no loading, no unloading. you are transfer, you are service. 500 for all. 40 miles an hour. Autofill. Did I fit you for recyclables? I have now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's how many I think we're going to need for this, because it's a ridiculous amount of recyclables in Wenfing Field. When. Drag you into there, ungrouped, drag you into there, add shared vehicles. Start you off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Start them all off. That should be fine. They shouldn't get in each other's way too much. Right. So Wenfing Field, we're going to load up with some more recyclables if we aren't already full at GNFT. I always forget what it's called. GNFT. Gotta remember that. GNFT. Okay, so if train can't carry. So these should be if train can carry cargo passengers, if train can carry cargo passengers. So I guess the food trains must come over to these side ones as well down then. I don't know. Anyway, we then come out here and we hit this fast one. And we're going to go right the way through. All the way over to here. We're going to hit this fast one. We're then going to stop at Munningpool Falls just to pick up some last remnants if there are any over here. And then we're going to head into... Oops. Let's do this properly, shall we? There. Here. So let's see, you're going to come through into this one, so then you're going to go around the loop. Actually, I kind of want to come in this side. Like this, into here. Like that. Because I can then go round the loop and then via here. And then I should be able to shoot back. Thing is, can I refit here? I can. Okay. I have a plan. So let's go back to where we were before. So you go Munningpool Falls. You then go in there. Munningpool Falls Freight Entry 2. You then come into here where it's no loading. You then go round the loop, which is this one. You then come into here where it's no unloading, and also refit to take food. There we go. And then after that you come back out via here to Munningpool Falls, and then it's back this way. All the way up to here, into Wenfing Field, out of Wenfing Field, and then all the way along like this until we hit here, and then we'll stop at Slenston to drop off some of the food, and then it's a non-stop run through here. Round to here, and then into here, where it's no loading, and I can't refit there, but that's fine because I'm going to run back into this depot anyway for service. So then it's here, no unloading, refit, fixed cargo, recyclables. Okay. Now Slenston, which is, I always get lost. Where's Slenston? All the way over here. Slenston over here, if there's a freight, no, recyclable depot, which there is, I think we should have some recyclables dropped off here and do an extra pickup. So is this just if it can't carry passengers? It is. Next order is Genford North, or if train can't carry cargo passengers. This one should be if train can carry cargo passengers, and then that should be okay. Awesome. So all of these are actually worthwhile stops then. Yeah. Now I just got to do the timetable. So if I do 750 for all of them, apart from Slenston obviously, which is probably going to be 500. Well no, I think 250 should be fine. 250 should be fine. And Munningpool Falls, 250 should be fine. Both of these 750, 750, that should be fine. This Munningpool Falls should be 250 as well. This Slenston should be 250. And that should be good. Autofill. Now we've just got to do the speed limits. So you're going to be 15 coming out here, and then 30, 30, 30. In fact, is it 40? I think it's 45 coming through there. Let's have a look. Let's see, 45, 45. Carnwell. Is there a second? Ah, there's a second waypoint there. Hang on. So Carnwell, there. There we go. Okay, so this Carnwell, it should be Slenston. Slenston, Carnwell, 160. But it is 45 building up to it. And then it's 100 into here, and then 100 out. And then 160 until here, where it drops to 100 again, and then probably 45 actually out of Munningpool Falls. So what have we got here? Yeah, 145, and then once we enter the freight terminal, it's 30. Is it 15 round the loop? It is 15 round the loop. Good. I'm glad that I'm keeping things standardized. That's always refreshing. And then it's 30 again after the loop, 45 into Munningpool Falls, and then 100 out, I think. Munningpool Falls. It's 75 out. That's fine. And then it's 160. And then it's 100. And 100. I'm not sure if you'd want to put food in the same train that's just carried old milk bottles and things like that, but I suppose if it's all stored in boxes and crates whilst it's in transit, it can't be that bad. 45. Hit Slenston, we drop right down to 30. And then it's 45 here, so I actually need to go back up here. There is 45. And then it's 30. And then it's 15. And then it's 15. So what did I do? Ah, that needs to be 30. Okay. Buffered auto. Good. Shut this. I think I forgot to do buffered auto over at Wenfing Field, so I get to see what carnage I've caused now. Yep, thought as much. Right the way down. You. Buffered auto. There we go. Back over here. Now how do I classify these? I might classify it as a recyclable train. GNFT to MFFT, and you are 8 units. I think that would make life easier if I just classified it as a recyclable train, because that is technically what it is first. 2, 3, 4, 5. And it also increases our food flow back to the freight terminal here. Right, unpause, and we'll start you off. And of course you've got to wait for a free path because the scrap metal train's crossing in front. That's the point. You actually need the same platform as a scrap metal train. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Are you actually lost? No, you're not, are you? Why are you telling me you're lost when you're clearly not lost? That's stupid. Although, actually, I do need to come over here now, because this is producing metal. So we need to find somewhere to take this metal. So I'm going to grab this a second, and we're going to pin that. And we're going to stick that down there. Right. Where shall I take the metal? I think somewhere because I want to do a little bit of a building project in today's episode involving this. So we have a southern freight line. What we don't have is a north. Well, we have a southern / western freight line. What we don't have is a northern / eastern freight diversion route. So I think that is what we're going to be doing for the second part of today's episode. So this is going to turn into a double track freight line, which also means this is going to turn into a double track freight main line, which does mean I can get rid of that. You can now be a full-on path signal. Do need to move this back one. Like so. You then come across, down like that. Okay. We'll put a signal there, we'll put a signal there. And we'll get rid of this one. I'll leave this bit as single track. But this section along here we're going to have as a double track main line right the way over to here. So let's say that this is... No, hang on. That won't work. Let's take this back a bit. I know that's 8 because I measured it before. It's 9 in fact. More than enough. We're going to run that there. You're then going to join up there. So this junction might get a little bit busy again, but that's fine. I don't think it'll ever get as bad as it was before. We want to use a tied arch. Cut this back. We do technically want to get rid of this. It's quite destructive, this. I feel quite bad. For the greater good, I can assure you. So all of this, I can go across like that. Alright, let's start from this end again. So you're going to go along like this. We're going to go round the back of this industrial area. So we did kind of want to leave the town for a little bit. Run across like that. I bet that's too far. Yes, it is. That's annoying. Alright, keep going across like this. And keep going across like this. Now here we want to go up to there. And then along. Now I've actually done a lot of destructive work here, but I think in fact we're going to tunnel underneath a lot of this now. Let's get rid of this road. Should be able to build these tunnels in. There we are. And you can see the target. Now I'm going to slope it gradually. So there's no... There we go. And then that should come across perfectly like that. Spot on. Right. You join up there. You join up there. Job's a good one. Gap of 9, like so. Gap of 9, like so. That should work out quite nicely. There. Do that, get rid of that. Okie dokie. Right, now we're going to trace this back a little bit more. I think that will be fine as a double track, as single track, this little section here. I'm sure it'll be fine. Where does metal go, by the way? That's something I should check. Metal. There we are. Fabrication plant, smithy, workshop, machine shop. So, anything industrial sounding. What have we got over here? Bauxite mines, recycling plant, metal fabrication plant. There is one there. What does this produce? I'm guessing goods, building materials, and it also needs chemicals. We are going to be producing a lot more chemicals shortly. That might be worth looking into. What does a smithy forge produce? Engineering supplies and farm supplies. Metal workshop. Goods and manufacturing supplies. So this is probably the favourable one, the metal workshop. What do they look like? Metal workshop. That's glass works. But you know what? I'm gonna head over to somewhere like this. I'm gonna remove some of these excess signals that we clearly don't need. Somewhere like this. And I am going to build down here an area for dropping off metal. Like that. And then next to it, an area for picking up goods and manufacturing supplies. Oops. People deciding to have a conversation right outside my door. That's nice of them, isn't it? It's alright, they don't watch this. I can slate them as much as I like. Okay, you and you share with you. This is my new solution. You might remember before I was moaning about unsafe waiting position and how the signal with an unsafe waiting position doesn't seem to work. This is my solution. Put a two-way path signal facing away from the direction that the trains come from, so that they can't use it as an actual signal, but they can use it as a programmable signal like this. If cargo, try that again, cargo is metal, then allow. Right, you are going to copy from you, and then we're going to change this to, let's build the metal workshop while we're here before I forget. I'm going to stick it there, because I might expand this for future use in the future, funny enough. Manufacturing supplies, no, let's do goods first, then we'll do manufacturing supplies. If I do it in alphabetical order, I shouldn't miss anything out. There we go. And I messed up because I should have got these to share with that. I'm also going to pin this, and I'm going to pin this. There we go. That's better. Right. Now I need to find a way to connect this up to the main line. I want to use this. This set of junctions here feels perfect for this. So I kind of want to take this as far over as I can get away with. I'm going to split this up into 3 tracks, like that. You're going to be that, and that. I actually didn't need to put this here, thinking about it. I'll sort that out. Like that. That is that. That is that. Right, that goes there, that goes there. That's how I'm doing this. How long was this? 4. I should easily be able to fit another signal there. Right, you copy from those. You copy from those. And that's that done. And then from here, we'll do something similar. So you come down, this one will come up. Something like this. And then if I just draw this, in fact that's not going to work. If I draw this across like this, and like that. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not going to be enough. If I do that, it should be. In fact, this doesn't need to go this way. It needs to go this way. So you're a path signal, you're a path signal, you're a path signal. And then this is a signal. This is a signal. Like that. You're a signal. And then 6, 7, 8. This one's a signal. Let's see if I did that. Draw you up, and then I should be able to connect this one up like that. If I scrap all these a second, pop you there, there. Okay. Now if I put a waypoint here and a waypoint here, keep you there for a second, because now I need to come all the way over. In fact, no, I don't really, do I? Because it's, if they don't carry, yeah, no, it's fine. So this is Lanning Way, Industrial Estate. Like this, and then this is IE Entry West. LIE Exit West. And if I ever need to build an eastern entrance and exit, I can always do so. Right, now we've got to sort out trains. So come over here, this one. So right now I just want 2 strong diesels. These are pretty strong. I think I'm using these ones for the chemical trains, but they do have quite a bit of slowdown. This has got good tractive effort. I'm going to get 2 of these. And I'm going to refit them for DB Schenker. Okay, and then I want metal and cargo capacity. So these flatbeds can hold 50,000 kilos of metal. Or we can have a stake wagon or coil wagons. I think the flatbed might be good. Perfect. 800 tons. That's a lot of metal. Right, you're going to come in here. You're then going to come over to here. Yep, that should be fine. There's some chemicals waiting there for some reason. You're then going to come round here, out here. Let's keep this pinned. So you do run non-stop via Parfingford. I know you've run non-stop here and then also here. Follow the line here and here for some reason, and then you run into Plymouth Bridge North. Okay, so it gets tricky because then you come over here to Runfingwell waypoint number 2. And then onto the new loop, which is through here, up here, along here, round here, straight across here. I could probably re-signal this now, actually. I could probably re-signal this. The one I at least want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put you there instead. Okay, and then you run through this tunnel along here and then into this waypoint here. Alright, now I need you as a guide. So you run via Renston, you then run via the outer waypoint there, and then you also run via Slanville East. Planingbury. Pendingston. I probably don't need all of these actually. If I just check this here. Yeah, or if train can't carry cargo passengers. And I'm sure the same is said for this one here. Yeah. Okay, so after Renston, get rid of those 3. So you hit Senningville. We're then going to carry on straight ahead down through all of this nonsense and then to here. LIE entry west. LIE exit west. In fact, what else do these carry? Can these carry goods? They can. Or can they? Maybe they can't. They can carry manufacturing supplies though. If I do this... No. Okay. So we'll keep you as metal. You can carry manufacturing supplies though. That might be a valuable asset. So anyway, exit west. Then need you to run all the way back up to over here. Through Renston Interchange. Through this particular waypoint. Round the new loop. Deny. If cargo can't carry passengers, then allow. I might have to think how I get it to... Actually no, it should come down this way because it will want to avoid stations. So it should do. Well, I'll find out in a second anyway, I'm sure. Anyway, Davenport Bridge waypoint, you come all the way down, round this way. I then want you to come this way, into the terminal. Then round the loop. And then back into the terminal, or straight through? Probably straight through, actually. What else can you carry? I like this idea of reusing trains for multiple things. Farm supplies, building materials, engineering supplies. You can carry recyclables. What's accepted up here? Chemicals, clay, coal. Engineering supplies, iron ore, manufacturing supplies, plant fibres, sand, scrap metal, stone and timber. Now, so if I use these coil wagons, they can carry goods and metal. Or this one, engineering supplies, farm supplies, metal, timber and wood. Refitting just seems like a logical thing to do. But I want it to be something that it can carry a lot of. Wood? Does this place accept wood? No, it doesn't, because there's nothing to process it with. In fact, it can't really, can it? Because it needs to run back into the depot. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Keep you as metal for now. Okay, so after the loop, you then just run non-stop through here. You then run via Plint Bridge North. I need to select you again. So after Plint Bridge, you run to Don'tborough, you then run to this one. Via all this nonsense. Here, 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 and then into here. Where there should really be an extra waypoint there. For that. Right, service. Let's do some, so you're no loading, no unloading. You are no unloading. Can't refit here yet. You are non-stop via. You are non-stop via. You are non-stop via. Get to here. Why can't I oh, does it not allow auto refits? I don't think it does. Alright, hang on then. Let's come back to here. Right the way back over here. I'm going to do this twice. Non-stop via. I mean, this should still make us quite a bit of money, to be fair. Non-stop via. Non-stop via. I've already done service there. This is no loading. Okay. Keep this here. Pin this one as well. So the speed limit inside industrial park should be 15. So 15 there, but then 30 here. Let's see, it's all the way down here where I want. There it is. Exit south. Oh, did I miss out? Hang on. I did. I missed out another waypoint. Do that a lot. Here we go. Exit south. So that's 30. This one is 45. And then it should be 75 through the rest of this. I know some of these slow down to 45 to go through. I should probably conform, really. This isn't an unfitted freight. Actually, it'll be a fitted freight train, but it'll have loose metal coils on the back that are just strapped down and not much else. So, for safety's sake, I probably should follow the speed limits. Renningville, yes, 45 here as well. And then it's 75. 45 to bypass Plint Bridge, and then 45 here. And then once we hit, oh, you don't know how fast you go there. I'm going to guess at 45 to go through Renston. And then it's going to be 75 until I hit entry west. Where am I? Follow this. So before LIE, put that there. And then I suppose after LIE, that's not what I wanted. In fact, it doesn't have to be neat and pretty here, does it? I also don't know why I've got transparency on. Right, and then after LIE, you also go through that. So 45, 30, open this right up, change this to buffered auto as well while I remember. We're nearly there, guys, we're nearly there. This is going to earn us a lot of money, this. 45, 75, at least I hope it does. Be a bit annoyed now if it doesn't. 45 through Renston, and all the way up through the Guard City loop. Plint Bridge, 75. 45 through Don'tborough, 75. 45 through Punfingford. And then 15 in here, and then 10 out. Right, open this up. Metal. Should probably change all of these to actually say trains after them. And the singular. So chemical trains, coal trains, food trains. Somewhere down here, livestock trains, manufacturing supply trains, metal trains. Whilst I'm here, I'm going to do ME diesel, SIP to LIE, and you are God knows how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, it's 16. I can never be sure when they're not half a tile. Can never be sure. ME, there you are. Ungrouped, drag you down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 should do. Alright, milk trains, recyclable trains. Scrap metal trains. And I think that's it. Yeah. Alright then. That just about does it, I think, for this episode. Just one more time, confirm that that is definitely metal. Yes, it is. Good. If I head back over here really quickly, what was it? Iron ore, coal, and scrap metal. And that produces metal. So we should get loads of scrap metal again being delivered soon. Plus chemicals and whatnot. We do need to get some iron ore in here somehow as well. But I might do that off camera. Because I have a feeling, I mean, there might be some iron ore nearby which I could use. If not, we'll be getting the heavy haul trains out again. One thing I haven't done yet is use this line down here and then use the diversion line here and then head up again on this line. So let's actually have a quick look and see. I was going to wrap the episode up, but let's have a look and see if there's any iron ore mines around here that we could use. There's some more coal over here. I wouldn't really want it to climb up the big hills, so somewhere over here there's some oil, if we ever want to use oil. I did see some iron ore there. I think we could do that, couldn't we? Oh, these are the recyclable trains on their way back still. At least that's sort of working out again. Yeah, we could use this iron ore mine, can't we? Don't see why not. If I put another one next to it like that, we could, whoops, raw materials, we could get away with doing something like this. Wow, that was a complete misclick. Something like this perhaps, and then have it come along here over the river. I will put the river back. Do that now so I don't forget. There we go. And then have it come along here. Now where would be a good spot to join up? Over here, I think. If I had it come down the hill like that and then straight across. Perfect. Like that and like that. And then the return probably here. Like that. That actually goes quite well for us. Under there. Like so. If I get rid of this, get rid of all of this. As soon as it comes out here, if I hop up and over the river like that, and then come around this way. So here, that's going to go like that. This is going to come around this way as well. But really what it's going to do is come this way. And I'm going to have to demolish that. like so. You go there. This is going to be our depot site. And then trains are going to climb up like this. We'll put 2 straight like that. And you are going to connect like that. Right, I thought we were finished, to be honest. But having seen this iron ore, it's too good an opportunity to miss, really, isn't it? Right, fixtures. Eat. Perfect. Whoops. There we go. And, oops. I'm just misclicking on everything now. Right, this needs to be 8. There we are. You connect up like that, and you connect up like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you go like that. And then those two like that. Okay. Raw materials. I do want some heaps here. I'll also put that there. Probably that there. I've got to stop going into transparency mode all the time. It's annoying me now, never mind you guys. Right. New vehicles. All cargo types. Tractive effort. Oops. Tractive effort. So the power hauls seem to be the highest for tractive effort. I might use them for this because I don't think I've used them yet on this this network. Iron ore. So we've got the open wagons. I think I'm already using them for something else. Got the self-discharging hoppers, or the self-discharger. This will probably work out quite well. Self-discharger. Yeah, that looks quite good. I like the ones where the wagons are all different colours. That's always nice. Alrighty. So you are going to go here and then here. I am going to put a waypoint there. But then I'm going to have you run via that as a waypoint. Non-stop via. And that's when you'll speed up to maximum speed. You'll then run through here. Like so. You can run along here like normal. Now is this the one? Yep, this is the one. So here. Oh wait, did I miss it? Yes I did. Wrong one. It's here. Rutway. And then you come along here via that waypoint. And then we want to go up and over there and then out up to Flint Bridge North. And then from here it's non-stop to there and then to there and then non-stop all the way up to here, 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 and then in to here. You then unload, back out via here and then here, and then all the way back. There and there, and then there, down here, along here to here, and then back up the main line. So there, there, and there, and then here, here, and here. Service. Right. Let's get this finished because my wrist is starting to ache as well, which is not very pleasant. You are no loading, no unloading. You are no unloading. You are non-stop via. So is this one. So is this one. You are no loading. In fact, if I turn that off, yeah, I can't refit anyway. I'm always looking for opportunities to refit now because I think that is a really cool idea. It's something I've never really used before. So it certainly would be an interesting one to do. Did I do waiting times here? I didn't. That was foolish. Yeah, 1,000. That should be fine actually. And then all the way down here, 750 to unload, and then back to the depot, 500. I don't think I did this one either. Oh, I did. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Because I was talking about 750 should be more than enough. Yeah, I remember now. So it's just this one that I haven't done. Okay. Let's do that now then. So you can be 3,500 again. You can be 1,500. You can be 1,000. No, 750. And you can be 500. Okay, so coming out of here, you are going to be probably 30. I assume that's, yeah. So you're going to go there instead first. Alright, so you're going to be 15 coming out of there. You're then going to be 30 coming out of there, 45 here, and then you're going to hit top speed here. You're then going to be 45 through Flame Junction, as you would expect for a freight train. 75 here, 45 through Rutway, and Guard City North avoiding. 75 here, 45 through Don'tborough, 75 here. I'm amazed that I don't hold up all the passenger trains. It makes me think they've all gotten lost again because I can't find them sometimes. Or, I mean, I'm not actively looking for them, but I still can't find them. That can be quite worrying. They should be around somewhere, I'm sure. Can't just lose a whole load of trains, although I nearly did with the recyclable ones, to be frank with you guys. 45 there, and then 75 there, 45 through the airport, 75 here. At least this is nice and quick. 45 through Don'tborough, 75, 45, 45, and here is 75, I think. Yeah, must be. 45, 45, 75, 45, 15, and 10. Autofill buffered. And then finally iron ore trains. That'll be down here somewhere. There it is. So what is this place called? IO diesel DINF to SIP. And you are how many? I'm going to guess 16 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And yet they're not half tile length. That's really weird. 16. You drag there. You drag there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be more than enough. I could probably do it less than that actually. 6 I think should be fine. Alright then guys, that does it for this episode. I'm going to go individually and check that all of these trains work. So I'm going to set this one off first, which I've already done. I'm going to follow this one through to the end. Then I'm going to set this one off and follow it through to the end. And then I'm going to set this one off and follow it through to the end, just to make sure that they are all working. The reason I don't want to set all three off at the same time is because they're all running to like miles apart. So if something goes wrong I won't be able to notice straight away. But that does it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series, drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. Also go and check out the name list, because I'm still looking for names. I did all the renaming to give Reedy the list, and there weren't, I mean I did use 1 or 2 I think from the list, but apart from that I do need more names guys, so please head over there and give us some more name ideas. I think it's been about 3 months now since I last saw a new suggestion on there, which is very disappointing. So please, please, please do go over and leave some ideas. Apart from that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.